Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Shady Ho Show. My name is Val. We're like 12 episodes in, so if you don't know that by now, then you can't sit with us. So, before we get into our topics of discussion today, which is going to be about me, obviously, it's my topic of discussion for today, the best damn thing. Let's go ahead and introduce these other bitches.
Hi, it's Sage Trinity or Grace, and you already know where all my stuff is if you want to find me. But also make sure you get the Facebook and the Instagram.
Yay! Hi, my name is Amanda, known as Coutureho. I just watched Titanic for the first time today that we are recording, and I really miss the person I was before I watched that fucking movie.
It makes you depressed.
It's sad. I'm like, damn, but I'm also like looking up the
Okay, but now that you have seen it, like, and you're aware, in the end where like she dies and she goes back to the Titanic and she's like, oh, look at it. Like, fucking rude, because she had an entire husband and family that had died and was probably waiting on her, and she's like, fuck you, I'm gonna go back to this man that I slept with once. I think about that now that I'm older, every time I watch it.
I always just think about the fact that she's like, I'll never let you go, Jack. And then like 2 seconds later, oh, my hand hurts. Bye.
You can't fit on the door.
Like,
oh, y'all are hoes because she literally had this. Here's my hot take on it. Okay. First of all, I feel like she was passing in the warm bed at sea, and that was her closure she needed to go to heaven. Like, yes, they end the scene with her on the Titanic and everybody's like welcoming back home, but people have dreams, like literally, like when they're dying, people come to visit them and they're like, my mom's here in the like hospice with me, and it's like I think she needed that closure to get to heaven. So I feel like that was her closure, and that kind of lost. Like, I was thinking about it, I'm like, damn, yeah, the survivors survived and all, but now they have all this trauma. So here, who's the real winners? The people who froze to death, or the people who fucking had to live with survivor's guilt for the rest of their fucking lives, and then go through World War I, the Great Depression, World War II? Fucking, you're so much. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Anyway,
all I can say is I've seen diagrams of how big that fucking board was she was on. He could have got on it. I've seen diagrams, and she's just like, no, you sit down there, and there's not enough room. I'm sorry.
But you guys, when he got it up there, when he tried to get on, it flipped over. There wasn't enough, yes, there was space technically, but there wasn't enough buoyancy to keep him up there. 97% of the wealthy first class women survived. And most of those in third class,
it's because they got to get on the lifeboats first because they were wealthy and they were women.
Exactly.
Women with children.
There's just so much. Like, there is so much that happened then that would not happen now. Like, it's just fucking crazy. Have you guys seen that?
One of the nurses, well, not nurses, one of the stewardesses on the Titanic, I know, she survived, and then the next two ships she worked on both sank. I just think about that.
Work on a boat again. I would never work.
And she stayed with White Star. She continued to work with White Star and kept sinking their ships.
Bitch, I feel like you are banned. You are fired. You're the reason that these boats. What if they did an American Horror Story and she was actually low-key a witch, and then she just had it out for these motherfuckers? And
I wouldn't doubt that American Horror Stories would do like a Titanic series. That would be interesting.
Oh my god, if they fucking do and they steal my idea, I see you, Ryan Murphy, bitch. Sorry.
Oh no,
this
it's on
today's episode, by the way.
Peacock, and it's like Titanic 666. And it's like the cheesiest horror movie based around the Titanic.
I'm about to watch it though. I'm gonna watch it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're probably thinking within the 5 minutes that we've been here, we're doing a Titanic episode. We're not, but we always like to kind of bring in our episode with our lives.
I believe. I'm sorry.
Wait, have you heard the recorded version?
Yes, who hasn't? I was on Vine. I was also on Vine.
It's like a
I love it.
staple. Okay, so first, what we're gonna do, we are officially kind of starting the topics of today's podcast. We're doing
Okay.
two, just so everybody knows. I want to say hello again to all new listeners. If you're wondering what the Shady Host Show is, we're just three bitches who basically just shit talk. There you go. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. I hope you like us. If you don't, well, that's your opinion. Moving forward, we have two topics that we want to discuss, or I want to discuss. The first topic is, I don't know if anybody watches American Horror Stories. That is with an S. It's not the first AHS. It's like the play off of it, whatever. Anyway, but it really triggered me enough to sit there and go, these bitches. And then I started thinking about, like, it's not just that one. Like, there are books that are centered around this. So Grace, I know you will remember this, and I think Amanda, I think you said you had or you knew about it. Do you remember the book? It's a teen fiction book called Uglies and Beauties and shit like that.
Yes.
Like, oh, you're ugly, but you can have plastic surgery and you can go to all that bullshit. Okay.
Yes.
So, spoiler alert for the new American Horror Stories. If you haven't seen it, you don't want to listen to it, just skip past this and to the part where we do our self-help motivational shit. If you don't give a fuck, then here you go. So, in the new American Horror Stories, it basically tackles not necessarily fat shaming, but I guess it could technically be fat shaming. If you're just ugly in general, it kind of has that we it's like a cult where they try and kill ugly people. As silly as that sounds, it's literally like a cult, and they offer one person a year that they think is the most hideous person ever, and they kill them for their god, and it's like a satanic ritual. But it really just triggered me because in the story it's like they're killing this old woman who has this messed up head thinking that she wants to be young, she wants to be pretty. She tries to go to the surgeon who is the one who is like the cult leader, and she tricks her into thinking that she can make her beautiful. But she makes her hideous. She actually turns her into a pig with plastic surgery. And then it's kind of like they do like a manhunt for her. But it really kind of triggered me in things like this because, in a time now, we shouldn't really be telling people, well, you're ugly or, you're bullshit. Like, this is not what we want to teach our kids, is it? Like, Grace, Amanda, if y'all had kids, would you want to teach them this?
So I'm gonna be the fucking contrarian because after watching that episode, spoiler alert, she kind of like denies her like immediately after her daughter calls her daughter and
Yeah.
is like, I don't think you should be doing this. She's like, you're my stepdaughter. Like, she constantly like denies that girl. I feel like it's not necessarily because the woman, she was just more mature looking. She wasn't ugly, she was just more mature. And I think what they were trying to get
Well, her
across
age
was,
was really showing. Her age
I mean,
was really showing, and that was the phobia. Is like the older you get, and she was afraid that she wasn't going to be able to get anybody because of her wrinkles and her age, and and that's kind of that's kind of how I felt. Well, not because of my
yeah,
age, but because I'm overweight. So like I'll never be able to find anybody because I'm fat. Like
you
that kind of
will.
thing.
You have found somebody. Like,
No, I
I
know I
think
have now, but I'm saying that's old me, old
right,
mentality.
right. I think that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I think our society and humans, because we're social creatures, are very what is that word? They're fucking surface deep. They're very shallow. But I've met a lot of people that have accepted me for because I don't know if you guys have even looked at my Instagram, but I'm a plus size woman, and I've always been a plus size woman, and I will never, in my family growing up, age was never a big thing. Like being older never bothered anybody. I would look at women. I was never taught, like, my mother didn't do a lot of negative self talk to herself or me. My mom just, like, basically built me up. And basically, I always look at somebody and I always see their beauty. I always grew up believing there's always beauty in somebody, and it doesn't always have to be like physical, tangible beauty. You know what I mean? And I wish more people would think that. I
Yeah.
think genuinely, like, I'm not trying to be a cunt by saying this, but I think a lot of people aren't deeper thinkers. And I think that's the problem. I think it's everybody has a shallow mind. And I found this out the hard way when I was in high school. And I was hanging out with this girl that was like really popular and she was beautiful. And I would ask her when it was just us alone, I would ask her deeper questions. And she did not have the ability to think deeply. And I was like, are you?
You
And
can
I'm not
literally
saying
just
that.
hear the cogs just like
Mhm.
trying to turn, but they're just like, ugh.
No, literally. And I felt like for the first time in my life, I thought this girl had it all. And this sounds really cliche, but I was like, damn, you really can't think for yourself. That's
But isn't
anyway.
that like the majority of like models and shit though? You know, it's just like to be in
You
order to
know
be a
what's really
model. Like,
funny? Yes, because she was a model. She actually
there
got
you
printed
go.
in an anthropology catalog, and
Oh my
that's
god.
as high as her career went. But God
You're not
bless. It's,
Vogue.
I mean, it's a catalog, baby. Anyway,
Hmm.
I wasn't published in a catalog, um, but that's how I feel. I feel like, yes, looks are fleeting, but it's not
But it's not
everything. It's
everything.
really not. It's really not. I feel, you know, I'm happy with myself at the end of the day. I think internal happiness is what's important and what you should be chasing instead of outward tangible beauty, you know? And I know that sounds cliche, but seriously, when you think about it, it's like, um, they say money only buys up to a certain amount of happiness. I think looks do the absolute same.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I can see that. Well, Grace, what's your opinion?
I mean, trying to think of wording here. I know, like when especially when I was younger, I say younger, like in my probably like middle school, because that's when like 17 magazine and like Teen Vogue and all that stuff were out. Um,
Yeah.
and definitely all the ads and like, because I never like got any shaming vibes from like my parents, well, my grandma, but not like my mom or
What'd
anything.
your
But it all
grandma
came from
say?
like,
Why are
oh,
you
my
tiny?
grandma. No,
God damn.
I was too fat for my grandma because my
Oh my
grandma,
god!
What?
when she
Why
Bitch,
are
was
you
you
so
wait.
fat?
because she was skinnier than me when she was my age, especially at that time. So she would always, be sure to tell me what her measurements were when she was my age.
Oh
People
Um,
were
my
and
god!
undernourished
she
during
was
that time.
very policing about what clothes I could wear because if they made my boobs look too big, I wasn't supposed to wear them. And she would always buy me
Grandma, chill the fuck out.
even though I wore junior sizes, she wouldn't really buy me stuff from the junior. She would get me stuff from like the Belk, like petite lady section, which didn't
Girl.
fit me well because that wasn't my body shape. So whether intentional or not on her end, it came more from her than my mom because she did it to my mom when my mom was growing up. So my mom explicitly tried not to do that. um
Oh
but it was
no.
more from like magazine ads, like
Yeah.
because all the models are like super skinny, and it's like, oh, you don't want to have acne, make sure you buy this. Oh, you want your hair to be curly and non-frizzy, make sure you use this product.
Yes,
This is
we
the
need to
makeup you
blame
need to use.
corporate
Oh
greed
yeah,
is what.
it's always been a corporate problem. Like for me,
Yeah.
I think because that's how they sell stuff is by making you feel like you're inadequate, or otherwise you wouldn't buy it. So like the whole
Yeah.
beauty industry is like built, you know, more like starting
Well,
from
shit. I've
especially in the
seen some of these
20s and the
makeup
50s.
videos. These makeup videos where they're like before and after, and god damn, it's like Jesus slapped the shit out of some of these bitches because what they can do with a makeup brush, they don't even look like the same
I
fucking
mean, and that's
person.
impressive. Like if you have the skills to do that, like totally cool. I am impressed for you.
Some of them
But
need it.
I want see that's the bad thing because if you say they need it, then that's where the corporate comes in. Because
Because yeah,
you
no,
should feel comfortable not having to wear it. You should never feel like to be complete to go out you have to wear makeup. Because I stopped wearing makeup like on a daily once I got to college. Because in high school I was like every day I got to plan my outfit, do my makeup, which even at the time wasn't great makeup, but I did like my water eye, like my under eye liner. I got contacts. I was very particular about what I was wearing. And then once I started to get older and I was like having to go to work and getting tired and things, I was like,
It's
I
like
don't
fuck this.
want to feel like I have to do this every day. I don't
It's
want
a
this to be
chore. It really
something.
starts to be a chore.
It does. And then when I was teaching, I went to school one day because I was, doing makeup every day because, you're like, oh, gotta go to work, gotta wear my makeup. And one day I was tired and I was teaching elementary school kids at this time. And I went without putting on makeup that day. And one of my kids is like, oh, Miss Penton, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you wearing makeup? You look tired. And I was like, now the children expect it of me. And then I just kind of from that point only wear makeup when I wanted to rather than, something I felt like. I do skincare because I still want my skin to look nice, but I have definitely gravitated away from like really hardcore makeup.
Kids
because
can be
and as a
bitches.
dude, I don't think you really had to go through that, TJ. Like I'm assuming you didn't really get those targeted ads about like you need this lipstick or you need this color
No, I
or you
got
need this
penis enhancement
eyeshadow.
ads.
Yeah. Like your
enhancement
eyebrows
ads.
should
Do
look
you
like
want your
this.
sex to last longer? Take this. I got
Having
those
short
ads.
hair, it makes you look like, a lesbian.
Balding, yeah,
and all these,
balding.
like,
I got like balding ad, like yeah. Those are.
so,
I didn't get. Well, sometimes I mean, like I got like the acne ads and shit like that, but I didn't really pay attention
I
to
know
all
ads
the other
are
ones.
the ones they market toward men. Is the men that they put in them aren't, are they're never like skinny. They're always like muscular, bigger
They're
guys,
built.
and
They're
it's
built.
more
Yeah.
like on masculinity. Whereas for the ones for women are you need to be skinny, flawless skin, tall, like things. I was like, well, I'm not gonna get past 4'11.
That's exactly right. Because like with men magazines, they make everybody think that you have to be this certain way. You have to be like Henry Cavill, naked, basically. Yeah. You have to have 6-pack of abs, muscles, big dick, big ass,
Big dick.
And then like women have to be like fucking super skinny, and if they don't meet that criteria, and that's it. Oh my god! And it just makes it even worse being. And we touched base on this last time on one of our episodes. It makes it even worse. Like it's hard dating just being a hetero. I'm sure,
hetero.
but it's really hard dating being a gay person because gay people are 10 times just as judgy as a straight.
Why is it like that?
I don't fucking know. And I think I touched base on this too. Maybe it's just because we have more subcategories in our fucking judgment.
Y'all do. It's like crazy.
We go like I want a big ass, no fins, only mass, top for top, PvP, otters, no bears, no fats, no trans, no LT, all this kind of shit. Like it's just like hello? Like straight people just be like, you got a pussy? Yeah. You got a cock? Yeah. All right. I guess we're meant for each other.
Do you take showers?
Yeah, like gay people like have all this. Like, I only want a little bit of chest hair up there. I don't want any kind of chest hair down there. I don't want any kind of da 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 da. Your butt ain't big enough. Like your facial hair needs to go. Your facial hair needs to come back. Like, it's literally shit like that, and it's so ridiculous. Anyway,
y'all ever do crack before? I'm just kidding.
I sent you guys from the Internet Archive an old 17 magazine scan from like my junior year of high school, and I'm just like a few pages in, and like in this magazine from August 2007, because it's August, so haha. Their main articles are "Get amazing hair, look hot tonight," "Find your perfect outfit." And then there's a "Get the perfect blowout," "Pretty makeup," 17.
But that's all 17
makeovers.
magazines is. It's literally just trying to sell you fucking.
Yeah, but as a teenager,
why the hell is Adam Levine in this? Ew. Adam Levine
when he was doing
hot.
American Idol.
Did any of y'all think Adam Levine was hot? I did not.
I hated Maroon 5.
Adam Levine isn't even a fuckboy. I don't even know what the hell he is, but he wasn't even a fuckboy. Like, get the fuck out of here, Adam Levine.
Maroon 5 made me sad.
Maroon 5 was just a mistake. Anyway,
yeah, I'm clipping through looking at ads.
Let me look through this bullshit. The style, it's horrendous. Oh god, the t-shirts, the graphic t-shirts. Oh lord, these makeup products.
Yeah, best jeans to wear if you have a flat booty. Best jeans to wear if you've got a curvy booty. So what to wear, if you look this way. Ad for clear skin in under 8 hours right next to it. How to dress if you're tall and curvy. How to dress if you're tall and thin.
How about I just dress the way I fucking want to dress?
Oh my god, these
this
fucking
petite and thin picture. It's on page 60. Like if you're scanning the bottom, I have a very specific. This just unlocked a memory in my brain because I had this particular issue. Is I thought that outfit was like the peak of fashion for me, and that's how I need to dress.
God. I would have killed for this outfit. Oh my god!
Okay,
they actually
here, let me for our listeners and for my co-hosts, let me ask you if you knew this. Did you know that it's a rule that guys don't call a girl for 3 days after getting their number?
Why are y'all's rules weird?
Most of the time, guys are not actually looking for a girl to date. They just want to prove to themselves or to someone else that they can get a girl's phone number. Believe it or not, it's totally an ego thing.
I'm glad maybe they're just not interested from the magazine.
Yes.
I was really fucking ugly, and nobody was getting my phone number. Also, when I was in middle school, I looked like a grown-ass woman. Like, I'm so serious. My mom had me in limited
clothing. Didn't like. It was only for older women.
Well, no, it wasn't even that, because I was showing pictures of like. Today I was like looking through my mom's Facebook, and I was like, oh my god, these are pictures from when I was like in the 8th grade. He goes, oh my god, you look like a grown woman. And like he didn't mean that in like a rude way. He's just like, oh my god, you look like you're in college. Like, I was a trap. Like, I was literally a damn trap, because I did. If I was anywhere without my mother directly behind me, grown-ass men would hit on me, and I didn't realize that. I didn't realize they were hitting me. And, like, my mom was like, you get away from her. She's a child. Like, but I had, like, triple D boobs in, like, the 8th grade. So you could only imagine, like, yeah.
All the motorboating you could do with those.
That's disgusting. I was 14.
Well, anyway. I'm talking about now, not when you're 14. I'm not a pedo. My god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Hannah Montana, meet Miley Cyrus.
Yeast infection or not?
Yeast infection?
Oh, I'm also right next to a page that says, are you sure you're still a virgin?
Oh, here's one. Text and flirt. Text chat.
Oh, is this the one you were on, the why didn't he call page?
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah. Oh my god, the ads for hairspray. Oh my god.
So yeah.
Oh, here's our horoscopes.
I had
here's our horoscopes.
I had a subscription to 17 magazine.
Of course.
Okay, tell me my old horoscope.
Damn, bitch, I can't hardly see it. Like, shit. Okay, here we go. So let's first start out with Aries. You're gonna be locked up in jail. After weeks of being in a total funk, you'll finally feel the fog lift. You'll be in particularly good spirits on August 2nd. Well, we're gonna assume you were, or that could be the day that you told everybody to kill themselves. When a great job comes your way, keep flashing that killer smile. I just said you probably not try to kill people. A bunch of really cute guys will definitely take notice. Did you know that? Anyway.
This is the worst shit I've ever seen in my life.
Grace.
Okay.
Your level-headed advice is just one. Oh, bitch! Can you not fucking wrench up your guts while I'm giving her horoscope?
I can't help it. I gotta make weird noises or I'll die.
Sorry, I found the ad for where you could text the number to your phone to get those weird ringtones.
As I was reading before somebody decided to throw their fucking life up, your level-headed advice is just what one stressed out friend needs this month. Me. You'll know how to solve her.
Yeah.
Okay, they said her. It should be their. Like, come on, 17. Their biggest problem.
This is 2007. I want to remind everybody this is 2007.
Yeah, this was 2007, August.
But when the lunar eclipse...
a fresh 17.
Oh, well, perfect for you. But when the lunar eclipse on August 28th brings even more drama for the two of you, plan a fun day trip. Like to an amusement park to lighten the mood. And let's see what Cancer says. It probably just says, just sit in your room and cry.
Oh, what does Aries say?
You didn't listen to him just read it to
you? You didn't listen to him read it to you, bitch?
I'm sorry. I'm so never
For
mind.
$2.49 a month, you can get your daily horoscope texted to you.
I'm so
She gonna fucking need it because she ain't gonna pay attention the first damn time, so she got to review it.
I'm looking at a Christmas Vacation
Oh
now,
my
y'all.
god.
It's called
Cancer horoscope. We're gonna forget Aries even exists because they don't pay attention.
They don't listen.
A family problem will preoccupy you for a few weeks. Oh, wonderful. We're off to a great start. But don't waste your last days of summer worrying about things you can't change. The lunar eclipse on August 28th will give you a fresh outlook and newfound confidence. You'll carry it into the school year too. That's lame.
Is the mall making you fat?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's see. Now just looking over some of the covers. One of the covers, because I did get a subscription to this, so I was getting this every month. This was my, my media.
Yeah.
So I was getting get flat abs, perfect skin tips, have fun, get cute, get toned, get a cute butt, best hair ever, look hot and have fun, best beach body, get your best bikini body, get pretty for summer. So every cover was like about how to get pretty, and I had
that my god!
delivered to me monthly for years.
Turn it to page.
Same one. Okay, hold on.
Everybody turn it to page 20 and tell me that this girl doesn't look like she's gonna get fucking railed by every one of these guys. She is legit.
This is what you think of page 20. Rude.
Like when they get done with this photo shoot, she's about to get railed and trained by every single one of these ones.
The only ones that aren't ugly are the only ones that aren't white.
Well, I mean,
seriously,
all the white guys,
he looks fucking ugly.
This is what I'm saying, right? This is gonna sound racist, but I mean, so many white people just look the same. Oh,
they do.
All these white boys look the same. What is with that? What is that magic?
British
bling.
British white men all look the same to me. Like, that's a British ad. Like, that is definitely Caucasian station right there.
This is so weird, like, looking through these again, because, I have specific memories of certain pictures out of these, because I'm flipping through some other ones. So, this is pretty much what shaped my, like, body image throughout, the 2000s, with 17 magazine. So, I don't remember when 17 magazine went out of print. I know it's not in print anymore, but if you were, someone that read it, you may or may not have had the same experience. If you're, much younger than me, I don't know if this was still in print, when you would have been the target audience.
17 was still in print when I was.
I really do appreciate the fact that it's not just all white bitches and white men in here. Like, thank you for having diversity in this.
On page 144, this bitch got her scalp ripped off.
What?
She says, hashtag my scalp was ripped off in a freak accident.
Oh, is that the one where she got it caught in the wheel? I have a vague recollection of that story.
Yes, like, bitch, like, in quotes, I reached up to my head and felt blood and bone. Bitch,
I remember that story.
I would have passed the fuck out. Bitch, you telling me you would have not passed? Boy, I don't know. Anyway, she looks like Debbie Ryan.
She had weird looking hair beforehand, so maybe it did her a favor.
Oh my God.
I'm in a different one now, and this one says, get guy confident even if you're not. Ace any tricky guy situation. First day dudes and don'ts.
This is cringe.
This Rihanna one.
Do
I like the Rihanna
ask
cover.
About sports. Don't ask about his summer. Do look for him online, but don't look for him in class. My secret confidence trick. With any guy at school, I remind myself that we have a million things to talk about. The next game or dance, cafeteria food, whatever. I feel more confident knowing I won't run out of stuff to say.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, here we go.
Whereas myself would be like, do you read fan fiction?
Bro, I'm telling you, I did not talk to males until I was in the 11th grade.
Here we go.
I was like...
Go ahead.
No, it's fine. It was useless.
Well, I'm on this, the 2010 magazine. Yeah, the 2010 magazine. The wild stuff he says behind your back. Ooh. Juicy.
Juicy.
Let's see. He shows your sexy pics. When my friend was on a break with his girlfriend, he showed all of us racy pics she'd sent
What
him
the
that he
fuck?
saved on his phone. They got back together a few weeks later, but we all still joke about the pictures behind her back, of course.
No.
He makes up stories. When it comes to girls, there's a lot of exaggerating. Like my friend will say they had sex with a girl for 3 hours, but that could really mean that they had a random kiss at a party. It's a man complex. Men, I hate them. You always want to impress your friends. If it gets around to everyone else, that's even better. Or he's absolutely clueless about kissing. My friend asked me how he can make out with his girl at a party to seem smooth. I told him to try the over the shoulder make out when he's dancing. Then you can always turn her around and kiss face to face. I'm worried he might screw it up since he's only a freshman, but I had to try. Interesting. What this is basically saying is boys shit talk you when you're not thinking that they shit talking you. So yeah, don't let boys shit talk you.
So
Dylan,
I'm so glad I never dated in high school just from
on
this.
don't
on this
shit
link
talk
I
me.
just sent you, I'm on page 212, and it tells me a list of date approved foods I can eat. If you're wondering, mac and cheese because it's easy to eat with a fork and has low drippage. A burger because it makes you seem cool and real, but don't put stinky onions on it. And chicken fingers because eating with your fingers is cute and flirty.
Oh, I just had
Okay.
chicken fingers. I guess I'm cute and flirty.
Or don't eat it all to show him you're not a real girl.
Right, you don't need
so
to
you
eat
can,
if you're
to show them that
concerned.
you're real. Just don't eat nothing.
I was like, I don't see any of my date approved foods on this menu.
Oh my god, could you imagine going on a fucking date? Sorry, that's
It
hilarious.
tells me that I can't eat nachos because they'll make me bloated and gassy. I can't have spinach pizza unless I want green specks in my teeth. And I can't have buffalo wings because they'll give me yucky orange mouth halo and saucy fingers, meaning I won't get a kiss.
Who is this fucking Taylor Lautner lookalike in this Aeropostale fucking ad?
Hashtag it
71.
is Taylor Lautner. I'm just kidding.
It looks like I'm on page 71. Look at these bitches. Okay, on page 75, they look like they know how to handle a dick.
My favorite parts to read were when people put their embarrassing stories in here, because I love living on other people's drama. So yeah, I just kind of like turn this episode into Grace Makes You Look at 17 magazine. But yeah. So yeah, sorry about that.
And I'm young.
Okay. So
I'm sorry.
It's fine. So we're about halfway into our episode.
Hi.
I will link these magazines in the thing so you can look over these too, if you are just curious.
If you want to see what your man is saying behind your back, leave it to 17.
Mine is
they'll
sleeping.
tell you. Mine's on his computer.
Thankful.
So,
What are you thankful for, Amanda?
I'm fucking thankful I didn't date no bitch when I was in high school, boy.
Me too.
Boy.
Dating is awkward.
I dated Christopher and we broke up twice in high school.
And now you're married. How does that feel? Do you feel accomplished?
I do, because I'm too lazy to go find anybody else, because we were joking about it last night.
Damn, bitch.
We joke about it all the time.
What you talking about? You gotta find someone else. Hello?
Well,
you just gonna keep forgetting about our fucking backup plan?
Damn.
Well, he's like, are you gonna go, find somebody else? I'm like, no, I'm too lazy for that. I'm not gonna have to build all this up again. I'm in my 30s. So yeah, I would just come, stay with you, TJ. Use all Christopher's life insurance money to pay off my bills and just come sit in your house.
Yay! We can buy a new home. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, also, speaking of 2007, I'm on the Hot Topic page, and there's a shit ton of Twilight stuff.
Oh my god.
So, speaking of, Taylor.
I want to get matching sweatshirts.
Which one? Yeah, which ones? Because they're on sale right now for 20%.
Oh, no, they're not. No shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. I want an Edward and Bella one.
I would wear that to work.
I can actually wear it to work, okay? Like, I will literally wear that shit to work, bro.
Bro, they've got one that says Cullen Coven. We should all have it.
Please, send the link in the group chat. I will wear that with pride. TJ, when we come and visit you in October, bitch, me and Grace are gonna roll
All right,
up
Amanda,
wearing them.
when you buy yours, just buy one for me, and that's my birthday gift. I'll send.
Yes, I will. I'm literally like, Grace, I'm gonna throw you a fucking party on Saturday. I even invited, I'm inviting everybody. I don't care if they can't make it. I'm fucking inviting everybody. And I even I asked my sister to come. I said, come to Grace's party. And she's like, I don't even think Grace likes me. I'm like, no, come to her party anyway.
Bring me presents. No, I'm just kidding.
Literally, she likes Twilight. The bitch likes Twilight. Bring her Twilight present.
Oh, bruh, we should just make it like a Twilight fall party now.
I'm literally thinking about it because
everybody has to come dressed as a Twilight character.
Oh my god, I'm gonna put that in the fucking right now.
But because it's my party, I get to be Bella.
Literally.
And I'm gonna wear the lace front I bought at the thrift store.
Please. Are you gonna be Bella? Chris better come.
It's my party!
I'm changing this. I'm so dead. I am so dead. I can't believe I'm so pressed that Chris said he couldn't go.
He's coming.
He's fucking better, bitch.
I watched him decline it. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, because she knows I'm already gonna be there. She doesn't need me to RSVP. And I was like, what kind of friend are you?
I literally wanted something, okay? I just literally wanted him to know that it was gonna happen. Wear your best Twilight cosplay.
All right, you guys. Sorry, we hacked your episode. What's our
next
topic?
I'm so dead.
Okay. So the next thing we're going to touch base on, and because we're about, like I said, we're about halfway into our episode.
When is this episode?
Is going to be our aspirations and goals from when we were younger to now. Because I don't know if anybody's like me, but mine have definitely changed a lot.
So, all right, well, you start, so I know kind of what you're wanting, so I know where to go from here.
Okay, so I wanted it to kind of be like very inspirational in a way, but so I know back when I was in high school, or not even really, well, in high school I wanted to be a teacher, and then I suddenly realized that that's just not for me, because I'd be wanting to slap the shit out of people. So
oh my god, that would not work. Not even in Georgia.
So I was just like, this isn't gonna work out for me. So I think my mother even knew that, because she was like, "Are you sure you want to do this? Like, are you sure you want to be a teacher?" And I'd be like, "Yeah. Well, why? You don't think I can do it?" She's like, she knew my rage issues. So then, back when I got into working on music and finding out that this was a reality, I always told myself, "Oh, I'm going to be like a film composer," like Hans Zimmer and all of them, and I'm going to be a music producer and make music for Lady Gaga.
You know who Hans Zimmer is?
Yes.
Dude, me too. The fuck? Anytime I reference him, people are like, "Who's that?" Do you know who Jan Tiersen is?
No.
Oh my god, sad. Anyway, go ahead.
What did he do?
He did the soundtrack for Amelie, the French film.
Oh, I love Amelie.
Yes.
No.
See, I recognize scores, but I'm horrible with names. So, like, I recognize names, but I'm like, but who did what? Because all the names jumble in my head. So, that's a problem I have with, like, every,
I really like Henry Gregson Williams' score for Chronicles of Narnia.
I love the Chronicles of Narnia soundtrack. It is like boss.
And I love
epic in a long time.
Yes, but I really loved like The Dark Knight. I remember sitting there listening when I had theory homework. Okay, so I would always listen to like the Dark Knight soundtrack when I had to do like music theory homework. I hated it, but it made it go a little bit faster when I had something to listen to. But yeah, I always had dreams of working with artists and being a music producer, and I haven't gotten there yet. But I still have hope. I still have hopes, and I have hopes of doing better at drawing. I'm still really shit, but I'm hoping that I can find the what's the word I'm looking for, find the dedication to spend hours and hours and hours trying to perfect something that I don't necessarily know if I'm good at. So yeah, that's kind of where I am now, looking and seeing how things have changed, because I don't even think I really want to be a music producer anymore. I just want to create. I want to create and put something out there in the world that makes me feel like I had some kind of purpose in this world.
Fair.
All right,
TJ,
next.
that is so sweet. You have a purpose. Like, okay, great. But like, I want you to know that you do have a purpose. Like, you do. You mean a lot to people, and the people that know you love you. And like,
I
that's
love
purpose
y'all.
enough.
I appreciate it,
Man.
but I want to have a monetary purpose too.
Oh my God, Grace, I just found the best Twilight quote for your birthday cake, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this. I
So is
cannot
my
wait.
birthday party gonna be officially Twilight? Because I'm
Your
in.
birthday party is going to be fucking amazing. I just want you
Okay.
to know that. Like, this is payback for all the times you made my birthday amazing, and you saved my bachelorette party, um, and my day before my wedding. So, just so
I'm
you know,
excited.
this is about to be fucking amazing. And if it's not, I'm sorry, I failed you immensely.
I'm excited. So, segueing to answer TJ's question, when I was in elementary school, for whatever reason, I wanted to be a dentist. I don't know why. I don't like teeth. I don't like other people's teeth. I don't really like.
Really?
I have no like. I don't even. I barely take care of my own teeth. Why would I have wanted to be a dentist? I don't know. But my brain was like, dentist is like a doctor thing. I should do that. So that's where that was. When I
It's
got
interesting.
toward like middle school is when I started like writing and like drawing my really bad anime characters and writing like things and doing fan fiction. And that was always just a thing for fun. Like I was always like, I'm gonna write a book, but I was never like, I'm gonna publish this book. But I was doing like a lot of like the early like creative stuff that I was doing. And at that time, I wanted to be an English teacher. So I wanted to be a teacher, but I wanted to teach English. Um, and then I continued, kind of in the same like doing, all my writing and stuff on the side as I got through high school, and I did like teacher apprenticeship and all that. And at the same time, I was like, I don't know, like I still wanted to be a teacher, but then I was like, I don't know. I was having like a crisis of what I really wanted to do with my life because all this stuff was going on in my life at that time. Um, so then and always between like then and when I was, because I went to the 2-year college where I live and I was going for early childhood education, and everybody that I worked with and stuff, because I drew all the time, is like, you should go to school for art. Why don't you go to school for art? And I was like, I'm nervous to go for art because I'm afraid if I go for art then I will stop enjoying art, because once it becomes something you're required to do, I didn't know if I would enjoy doing it anymore, if that made sense.
Yeah.
Because then you're trying to do it for somebody else, like to their specifications. Um, but I did end up going to art school, and then I decided I was going to do art education specifically. So I was, doing that, and on the same time, like doing role playing, still writing, still doing like character creation stuff. And then, I actually got to be a teacher, and like the beginning of it was fine, and then I got to my experience here that I hated, and I was like, I'm
Yeah.
not meant to do this. um and then I had like a freeze, because that's when I went to go work at the museum, because I thought that's what I would want to do, because I was like, I want
Yeah.
to go work at a museum and do like an art museum and do children's activities in a museum setting, rather than like a
Right.
school setting. But I never got to get to that point with the museum. So I'm where I am now, and I think at this point, like, I don't really have like a career. Like what I'm doing now is technically a career, but I don't have like a career goal that I'm like, this is what I want to do for a career. But I
Right.
am kind of like trying to work more on the creative side. Like I am still like, I'm continuing to learn how to use Clip Studio and my tablet, and draw, because TJ and I for like the past 4 years have been working on a webcomics that we never really do anything with because we keep changing everything and we keep learning things as we go. So hopefully
Yeah.
that will be an endeavor we do soon,
But
because I've
now
learned a lot.
this
Yeah.
seems to be the one that we're working on now seems to be a little bit more intact than the last one.
So hopefully this one will go well because I've learned a lot, how to use Clip Studio, as far as streamlining the process and everything, and hopefully we're not overcomplicating this one. Our story we were working on before was super fun, but it was overly complicated, and
It
I
was
don't
really
think it was meant for
complicated.
a webtoon format at all. Um,
No.
it was it was it was fun though. I still did a lot of writing. I did like a lot of fan fiction still. I did not as many original stories, but a few. I do eventually want to have a published book. Hopefully, I will finish this story that me and Amanda had plotted because I work on it slowly, but then
Yeah.
like I get in my own head and I get overwhelmed because my well,
No.
not from like the story. It's like my mental state. I know it's
Yeah.
like my ADHD where you're like, okay, I'm ready to do this, and then your brain just like freezes because it's like, what if this sucks? I can't do it, and then you kind of get like a
Oh.
mental block. But I still enjoy
Yes.
doing it. I think this just as I've gotten older, because I used to write so much and I used to like draw so much, like, but then you were a child and I guess still in that innocent stage where you're like,
Yes.
I'm doing this because it's
I love
fun. But
it.
now that
Yeah.
I'm in my 30s and I've gone through like a lot of the entirety of school, whatever you do is always someone critiquing what you're doing. And I guess because of taking all those English classes I took and then taking all the art classes and constantly, getting critiqued on things, which I mean, that's how you learn, but also it makes things not as enjoyable and you get like um stuck in your head, I think, more as you grow because you
Yeah.
lose that sense of imagination for things. So I would like to get back like to doing all of that. Like I am slowly. I'm sorting all my medications out. And hopefully, I'll finish our story and we can, have that published somewhere so somebody can read it. But because I always like enjoy putting them on fan fiction, like, but then again, it's like not like
Yes.
the same because you're like, I want to do this thing that's my thing. So, but yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's
Um,
good.
I think you have like you guys are really great at like your endeavors. Like I think you're both really incredible creative people that unfortunately due to critiques from other people it's hard and it's easy to get into your own head, but I think you're both incredible and I think whatever y'all decide to do whatever art you put out there will be incredible. I really do think that. And one thing my mother always said, you never know how talented you are in the eyes of a stranger. Like seriously, like you guys, it's like you get in your own head and like you expect more out of you and
Yeah.
you wouldn't say these things to another person, but it's okay when you say them to you because in your head you've justified it, you've deserved it, but it's really not true.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So I'm working on that. Like you go through that phase, I guess, like or at least for me, because that's when a lot of stuff was happening. Was in like my early 20s, when
Yeah.
all my me moving, me going to college, the my parents' divorce, and everything that was going on then. I think kind of some trauma response and some self esteem stuff. So it was, and then I only started therapy for that like 2 years ago. So it's been
That's
a bit.
really traumatic what you went through, and um like it's hard to justify that to yourself, but no, really that was
Yeah.
really fucking traumatic what you went through.
So, yeah, we're slowly getting there. Like I wrote like
Yeah.
over the last few years, I've written like a few things, like just fan fiction ones. But working on our original story has been fun. Like I said, I still have some more of it to go, but slowly working on it. And once I get more of it, I'll let you guys, obviously read it before I officially, put it where it can be read by other people. But it's
Absolutely.
still fun to do. But I have to remember it's a for fun thing. Because if I start like trying to rush myself, then I like panic. So.
That's what I had to tell myself. I recently just published another fanfic on Tumblr in AO3. Um, and I got inspired to write it when I was at work one day. And then I found myself like rushing to fucking like fig- finish it for my
Yeah.
readers. And I was like, this is not fun anymore. And you can tell like
Yeah.
the quality has started to go down. So I just posted like the first part of it today, and I was like, okay, like this is what I'm gonna put out there, and they'll just have to live with it until I can publish the rest, and that's totally normal, and that's totally okay.
Oh, it's like that Jimmy Neutron episode, which I don't remember if either you watched Jimmy Neutron, but there was
Oh
an
yeah,
episode where they were trying to start the band and they got the magic instruments, or like the magic, the ones that Jimmy built, so they could play great. And his dad
yes,
would
yes,
always pop in and just go, "But remember, have fun with it." And that's what I think to myself every
yes.
time I'm trying to do something. I'm like,
But
Jimmy's
have
dad
fun
would
with
just say, "Have fun with it."
But it's so true. Like, you should just have fun with it. Like, it's true, because then it takes the enjoyment out. Like,
Yeah.
it's so fucking true, bro.
And I think a part of that too, I think like we talked about, in other things before, is partially I think it's with social media that makes that too, because you're like the instant gratification of posting something as soon as you're done, and if like you don't get likes or reactions to it, you're like, oh, this
Yeah.
must suck because I didn't get anything on this. But if then I think is you just have to. That's why I like some things I post, but I used to like be more super anal about, oh, I'm drawing this so I can post it, and I'm like, or I should just be drawing this because I want to because it's fun.
Right.
So
Right.
that working on that too, because I used to follow like obviously on Tumblr. I think Tumblr was a fun space to do that, whereas like
Yeah.
Instagram and like the influencers and like people doing sponsorships and all that, I think it's harder to want to keep up. So I try to mediate exactly what I follow now. Not that I
Yeah.
don't enjoy other people's art, but I have to remember like, oh, I have to appreciate this as they're someone who's different and I do my own different things, so I shouldn't be doing so much comparison.
Yeah.
That's hard for me as well. I do the comparison game, and I'm like, fuck, why am I like this? Like, it's fucked up. I'm just like, motherfucker. But yeah.
Oh, and I'm also going to throw this out there. If anybody, is in going to college and they're going to art school, because this is something I experienced, is when I first started art school, I had things that I liked to draw, and my teacher would always tell me it was too cartoony, it was not realistic enough. I was too young, even though I was like in my early, 23, 22, because I was kind of like, I took some time off from college. So when I went back, I was a little bit older. But she would always tell me and everybody, you haven't learned enough to know what style you like to draw in. And I thought that was a bullshit statement then. I still think it is, as someone who has completed art school and who, has taught art to high schoolers, middle schoolers, and elementary schoolers, that to tell someone that they don't know what their style is, because you're always evolving your style. You never really, are going to know for sure, but you know what's fun for you. And if you don't let people draw in the way that's enjoyable to them, they're not going to enjoy working on any pieces. So don't tell people that. Let people draw. I mean, they'll learn fundamentals by drawing, but if you tell them they don't have a style and they don't know what they're doing, then they're not gonna want to draw and learn it anyway.
Hell no.
Mm-mm. Yeah, well, I think that's one of the biggest things with me too. Like, I struggle when it comes to I want to make music and I want to draw, but I put more time into making music. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I started drawing when I came out the fucking womb," and I'm just like, "Oh, that's amazing. No wonder you can draw so good." That wasn't with me though. That didn't happen with me. Back in 2010, I started making music, and to this day, I still make music, and you can tell the difference. So I'm glad about that, but I didn't dedicate the time to making art, which makes me really sad because now I want to learn it, and so it's just looking at my shitty art and just like, and it makes me not want to do it. We're gonna segue into this, Grace. I have tried on my computer and on my phone using two different cards. Hot Topic is being a dickhead. Hot Topic, if you're listening to this, I do not stand you. Your fucking website's ridiculous. I've tried ordering this goddamn shirt 3 times using 2 fucking debit cards, and it is not letting me place the order. I know there's damn money on there. Okay, there's over $10,000 on one card. Don't tell me I didn't got money on it.
God.
So, Hot Topic, you need to get your shit together because I can't. Grace, just so you know, I tried to buy you a present, but it's not letting.
Well, you still got time. You got 2 weeks.
Yeah, you got 2 weeks.
This also happened because this also happened. Well, surprise! But I told Amanda last time I tried to order you something offline, it wouldn't let me either.
It wouldn't. I remember that.
Amanda, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just cash app you some money, and you just see if it'll let you do it on yours, because like this is ridiculous.
I'm fine with that. I can do that.
This is legit fucking triggering me. It pisses me off because I got a 30% off coupon with Hot Topic. So I was like, hell fucking yes, I just not $8 off. I was about to buy this bitch, and it's like, nope.
Just send me the link, and like I'll figure it out for you.
Triggered. Anyway, sorry. I wanted to let you know because I've been trying. Like while you've been explaining everything, I've been sitting here like typing on my computer and on my phone. I was like, I want to get this order before I forget. Hell, fucking no. Hot Topic's being an asshole. Anyway,
if I love.
Okay, so in regards to that, we're about 5 minutes in, so I think that should about round everything up. Couture, did you have any closing statements?
I'm happy with how my life turned out. I used to not be happy. I spent a lot of time being unhappy and blaming other shit happening to me as to why I wasn't happy. I thought I was going to be some mad talented celebrity because I took music lessons with some hot shit people and recorded a vocal demo. And now, as an adult, I live a semi-normal life, but I have wonderful friends and I have a wonderful work family. I love my job, and I may not be rich and I may not be famous, but from what I've learned as an adult, being rich and famous is overrated and it will not make you happy. So those are my closing remarks.
Okay, Grace.
I just had a brain break. No, in the same vein, yeah, I think, because, my birthday is coming up, so as I'm aging, I think definitely, high school and all that, yeah, I had dreams. I had, like, this is what I'm going to be this kind of teacher. I'm going to, be famous for something, like for being teacher of the year, just random dreams. Then you, like, get into your 20s and you, depending on what your experiences are, you either, have some things that make you, like, doubt stuff, and that you maybe like, oh hey, this isn't as good, this is cringe, I can't believe I ever liked this. You're gonna go through that phase, and then as you start to get towards your late 20s, again, you're gonna say, fuck all of you, I enjoy what I want to enjoy, and I'm gonna try to create and do what I want to do that makes me happy, and then just embrace that and don't let that go, because there's so many things I feel like I missed out just getting to enjoy, because I felt like it would be a cringe or cool thing. Or like clothes, I'm like, oh, I can't wear those because those won't look good on me, or I can't do this fashion, or I can't, draw this thing I want to draw because it's gonna, look sucky. Just do the things.
Okay, I agree.
Cool. I do too. Well, in that regards, everybody just keep your spirits up. 2020 to 2022 have been shit, but things will get better. And don't give up on your dreams. And if you feel like you're giving up on your dreams, then go for a walk. Indulge in your self-care. But for that, we're going to go ahead and end this episode with saying goodbye. And we'll be back for another episode. I believe it is going to be Amanda's. It's going to be Grace's episode. So she's going to... God knows what she's going to put us through. But until then...
Another slideshow.
Until then...
You guys didn't like my slideshow?
Oh my God.
I actually thought it was a really good slideshow.
All right, but until then, my name is Balk, and I'm going to be saying bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Amanda, why you always so sad when you say bye, bitch? God.
I'm done.